Hey guys, Matt here from Team Sword and Shield, and we have our teammate Jordan right here with this nice Matt because he took fourth at the regionals yesterday
Yay.
with Cosmos, and
Yay.
now he's going to show us the deck. It's going to be really neat.
Okay. Alright, so I was gonna throw monsters and then spells and then traps. So
Okay.
one Strawman. I used him twice during the tournament. Yeah, he got his utility out for it, and I like it at once, so there's that. 3 Farm Girl, because Farm Girl.
Staple.
Staple, indeed. 3 good, or not Good Witch, but Wicked Witch. I saw her on the field pretty much like 75% of the time. She is so reliable, and the fact that she saves herself is like one of the best effects on the deck. Let's see, I took Good Witch down to 1, and it's perfect at 1. I love it. I'm still able to use her Book of Moon effects and everything when I need it, and I actually used it a couple times at regional, so I got my use out of her. 2 Slip Rider, because it's Slip Rider, it's my non-MST MST. 1 Dog Fighter. I got so much use out of this card, more than I thought I would. I found myself using this for defense like all the time, or going for OTKs and stuff like that a lot. So definitely one of the best cards in the deck. It's underrated, but I wouldn't put it over 1 unless you were doing a more like, I don't know, concentrated build around it. But fantastic card nonetheless. 2 Forerunner, because it's what you get after Dark Destroyer. And the big poppies. 3. God, I can't do this. 3 Dark Destroyers. Yeah, we already know what they do. And then MVP of the deck, just honest. A mirror match, it comes down to who has honest. Like, I don't... No matter what anybody tells you, that's how it is. Like, it's like, do you have honest? Well, good job. You won. So, that's how I feel about the mirror match.
Is that it for the monsters?
And then Ghost Hugger.
Oh, just one?
Yeah, just 1. I took her down to 1 because I hated opening with her, because I always opened with her because she's my spirit card. But she helped against Pepe a couple times, and
How many scales did you pop with it?
3 scales in total. So she got her work in.
So that's all for the monsters, right?
That's all for the monsters.
So with the big ships, did you ever get any like cluttery hands? I saw the 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. Was that a good ratio?
I prefer it a lot. I see a lot of people run 3 Slip Riders, which is fine. I get it. I just like it at 2 because I don't like drawing into ships at all. I know I have Cosmo Town for that, but a lot of the time I'll find myself with a handful of ships and then Cosmo Town in hand, do the Cosmo Town effect, and then get like 1 good card and then ships again. Like, it's nice having ships to utilize, but at the same time it's like, it's hard finding that balance, and that balance just works for me. So I'm not really gonna like tell people, oh, you should run this many or this many of this, because it's just, this is the balance that I like right now. But you know, with Slip Rider being used a lot for popping pendulum scales, I get it. I get why people run 3. So it's just 2 is good for me.
It looks like a super easy fix. They could just take out the dog fighter and put it in a Slip Rider. And
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Onto spells. 3K Town. I don't really have to explain it. It has 3 effects. It's good. It's amazing. It's probably the best field card besides like Chicken Game or anything like that in the game. So, in my opinion, the card that was first put in the deck when I made the deck for the very first time, and then taken out and then put back in again. Reasoning. So good.
How many people called it right?
1. Only 1. And they hit a Good Witch, and then I got another reasoning in hand. They called 4 again, because I mean that's like the good ratio to call, because there's a lot more 4s than there are of anything else usually. But yeah, only once, and then I had Cosmo Town in hand and Reasoning, and I was like, I'm going to play Reasoning first because he's going to think I'm playing Infernoids. Lo and behold, he calls 1. I'm like, ballin'. Got out Dark Destroyer. It was pretty nasty. 3 tellies for OTK plays and for just because it's E-telly.
Did you ever summon a Strawman off of the E-tellies?
Yes,
Okay.
I did, and that was because I forgot the exact situation, but I didn't want to go into Farm Girl just yet. Or no, it was because I had one Farm Girl left in my deck, and I didn't want to use it at that time, and I had already used her effect to jump out. So I did it for Strawman, and then jumped out into Dark Destroyer, and that was pretty awesome. But if it's not Farm Girl or Strawman, it was like I think I don't even think at regionals I did it for Ghost Ogre, but I've done it for Ghost Ogre before for synchro plays, for like the very rare synchro plays. Instant Fusion, basically for Norden and then a Cowboy. Like I did that during regionals just for Cowboy, and then Kaiser for Pendulums, Dose.
So, do you think you'd ever put that up to 3? Or you think 2's good?
No, 2's good. 3's too cloggy. I actually, one of my best hands, surprisingly, was double Kaiser Coliseum and then double Reasoning. And if there was like a third Kaiser Coliseum, I wouldn't be happy with it. Like I just like 2. It's a good balance. It's the deck's already so full anyway, especially when Bosch comes out with like the new support. It's gonna be tough having to make room in this deck because I feel like it's already like super tight. 2 Dark Hole, because Dark Hole Farm Girl attack is one of my favorite plays ever because it's so sacky. Same goes for Regeki. This won me a game. I love that card, especially against Magic Specters, because they can't be destroyed. So if they can't be destroyed, you might as well send them back to hand. So I've been running that instead of Mirror Force, and it has been fantastic. And it is super amazing for the mirror match because they don't get their ship effects. They just go back to hand, and then they're dead in the hand if they don't have psychics. So awesome. And then all the rest of the ones are one-offs. One breakthrough skill. I found it useful against searchers like Skull Crobat. I mean, it doesn't stop them entirely, but getting like one search stopped is always good. And then next one, Vanities. I actually a lot of the time did a gentleman's side and just agreed to take out Vanities on most of my second games, but I didn't really see it that much, so it's just there because it's Vanities. I recently put this in it, and it has been working great. There's no reason to not run Solemn Warning in this format right now. It's just really good. Too good. And then last minute, I had originally before regionals, I had 2 breakthrough skill, but on the way up, I was thinking about how I hate having breakthrough skill in hand when I don't need it at all, and I'd rather use it as a when I need it card and not see it, not draw into it. I'd much rather draw into this, and this was a last minute change because I don't know. I took it out for 2 breakthrough skill and then just realized I just need Torrential Tribute in the deck. There's no way around it. Like it's too good. Your opponent like Pendulum summons for a bunch of monsters while you have shifts on board. Boom, they lose their monsters and you get pluses. So. And that's it for the main deck. Then the extra deck. The extra deck's not too important. I'll just gloss over what I got in there. Red Wyvern. I actually went into him once and destroyed someone's, I think it was Slip Rider. Yeah, I destroyed someone's Slip Rider. And they did not see that coming. They're like, what is this? I was like, it's the thing that's going to pop your ship and then I'll run over it. Black Rose, because that is great for getting rid of pendulums. Black Rose Moonlight, because in case of the mirror match, if I can go into it, sometimes I'll go into it and send back, 5s and 6s. Best synchro card for mirror match, because they can't activate their battle effects, or their effects during battle phase. So run into... you can run over like a couple ships with it, and then they don't get their effects, which is really awesome. Or they can't even bounce out if during battle phase if this is out and they don't know what it does. So it's tight. Ancient Fairy Dragon because popping Kozmo Talon's fun. Scrap Dragon, same reason. Popping Kozmo Talon is awesome. I never go into this, but it's just fun to have in the extra deck, and it actually won me a game once before, not at regionals, but just before, just banishing a couple cards and then going for a game. That was actually pretty fun. So this is just for fun, Lowell's card. This could probably just be another Chimera attack or something, but yeah. Then the Exceeds, Castell, because duh. Cowboy, duh. Honor Arc, Exceeds, Dark Rebellion Dragon, Pleiades. I never go into them that much. During the mirror match, somebody tried to go into that while crushing ships. Because usually what happens in the Kozmo mirror match is, you run the same ship into each other until you get down to, your Wicked Witch or their Slip Rider, and then you can just send it back with this. But fortunately, I had Honest in hand when I got to Forerunner. So that was pretty nasty. And then Red Eyes Dark Metal Flare. Again, another just for funsies card, but if I have 2 Forerunners on board, I'll go into it and then burn them. And then for fusions, Norden, because it's Norden, and I'll have targets. Actually, Nordening Ghost Ogre in instant level 7 plays for synchros is awesome. I love Norden and Ghost Ogre together. It's awesome. And Chimera Tech, because doing that to Kozmo players is fantastic. And we'll go over that in the side deck again. I've seen a lot of people run 2 Chimera Techs. I might follow suit since I have so much room in the extra deck, and there's it's pretty much all for fun at that point. So I might run 2, I might not. We'll see. But yeah, I didn't go into this at all because I didn't need to, but someone got into, because I didn't have Cyber Dragon in hand at the time, but someone did this on me, and I was like, oh, yeah, there it is. And then side deck, Monsters First, Maxi, never used it, so I figured I'd just put it in for the rogue matches, but even with the rogue matches, I never felt the need to, and especially since you run reasoning, you never want a reasoning into this ever, so Cyber Dragons because Chimera Tech. And actually, I was thinking about this the other day while we're on the subject of Cyber Dragon. I like this more than Core because if I don't have anything on board, I can just poop it out. So that's why I like it. Double MST. I find myself signing this a lot. In fact, it's pretty common for me to just side these in just as a safety measure because Imp Wall will most likely be in the side for everyone's decks, so it's pretty much anti-Imp Wall. MVP against Pendulums, Fairy Wind, perfect. Triple Royal Decree for pretty much Magispectors, Satellers. I ran into Hero Artifacts while I was there. I went against a guy playing Hero Artifacts. His deck was amazing, but I flipped this on him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." I actually had this I had this in Kaiser Coliseum on Satellers too, and that was pretty nasty. And then Double Mistake. I cited it in a couple times, but never saw it. But had it for pretty much because everybody searches. For mirror match, it's good. For well, not necessarily mirror match, but for against Pendulums is good. And then the MVP for mirror match that won me 3 games against the mirror match was Chivalry, because it's just amazing, and it hurts damage juggler too, so it's pretty awesome. Highly recommend this card for siding. It's just too good. But that's it.
Cool. Anything you change in the main extra or side?
Like I said, I'll change the extra. I'd probably put in another Chimera Tech, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about it yet, because I like the utility of the extra deck. I like to use it like a toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
Main deck, I'm just waiting for the new stuff for Bosch. I have to think about what I'm going to replace because I'm definitely going to play 3 Cosmojo because that card is amazing. I don't know about Tin Can and Sword Trooper. I feel like that's a completely different deck, and I am going to like play test those cards, like running the deck to be more graveyard based, which makes it different, but also very interesting. What else? What else is coming out in Bosch? I'm definitely gonna play One Eclipser. A lot of people don't like it because it adds it to hand, but instead of special summoning, but going for OTKs, having something that stops traps is really awesome.
Okay.
And then everything else.
Like the side deck, like the are you gonna like the Max C's. I know I'm taking my Max C's. I already
Yeah,
did take my Max C's
yeah.
out.
Maxi is probably gonna take a break for a while. I need to find something else to put in there. I might take it up to triple fairy wind, and then the other slot. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about it. But at this point, I'll just take Maxi out. That's what I know I'm doing. But yeah, it's just a lot of my games. It was just pretty smooth from there. I mean, at this point, like my deck's pretty fine tuned. At this point, I'm really happy with it. But the hardest part again is just when when Bosch comes out, having to make room for the deck because it's definitely monster based. But I do like running traps in it, especially with anti-spell triggers running around. That's another card I need to put in this side deck because I wasn't really prepared because I didn't have any. So I still need to pick some up, but that'll probably go on the side deck as well, even though I use so many spells. But at that point, I'll probably just play more trap heavy in the side. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And then I got my little box. I got my little box for top 4. Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations. It's a beautiful map. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Bye.
Yeah.